So we all have our favorite wild game steak and roast recipes, but what do we do with all of that trim? So most of us will take that trim and turn it into ground meat, which gets turned into sausages and pepperonis and all of those things. I want to give you a few different options, and today we're going to make venison smash burgers with whiskey caramelized onions. And that's coming up right now. So the first step is to take an onion. We're gonna cut it in half and slice it really thin. I'm adding just a bit of canola oil to the pan. That's going to help the onions cook, and the onions go into the pan. So when I put the onions in the pan, I'm not looking for that super hot searing sound. I just kind of want a low sizzle. I'm doing it at around a medium heat. This is a bit of a process. You're building flavors through this, and it's going to take a few minutes. These onions are now looking just perfect to add the whiskey. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some whiskey in there, and once that whiskey's hot in the pan, it's ready to combust. It's going to burn off all of the alcohol and leave all of that delicious whiskey flavor in the onions, which is going to taste unreal on that burger. So there we go. We'll add about a shot, and then we'll hit it with the lighter. So the whiskey's all burned off, and you can smell that really rich whiskey flavor in these onions, and they're pretty much done. So we'll just put them aside and then get to our burgers. And now we're getting onto our patties. So I've got my ground venison here, and this is going to be an extremely simple ground mix. I've got just like a lean ground venison with a little bit of fat in there, and I'm adding some pepper, a little bit of paprika, and mixing it together, and that's it. Our salt is going to get added when we put these burgers in the pan. And I like to make sure that my patty, by the time it's done cooking, is going to be at least the size of my bun. So when we're making our smash patties, all we're doing is making a bit of a loose ball like that, and this will go down onto the pan, and we're going to literally smash this down into the cast iron pan to get a really good sear on it. So I'm gonna make a couple of those, and we'll hit the pan. So this is what makes a smash burger a smash burger. We've got a screaming hot pan right here. We've got it at about a medium-high heat. We've got a little bit of oil in there as well because we're dealing with some very lean meat. And the smash burger is getting placed down onto this pan, and we're gonna squish it down with a spatula to really increase that surface area. And these burgers are going to cook really fast. So once we smush it all down and smash it, we only really need a minute or so on each side. So here we go, first smash burger in. So we've been about 3 minutes now in the pan, and these things are nice and loose and they're ready to flip. So I'm gonna give them the flip. Oh my gosh. And you can see how this beautiful crust has developed on this side. It looks amazing. Now is when you wanna hit them with just a little bit of salt, season these things, and now as they're cooking and finishing the cook on the other side, we're gonna hit them with some really nice extra old cheddar, and that's just gonna make this thing taste beautiful as well. As our cheese melts on our burgers, we're going to prep the bun and make sure that everything's ready so that when the burger comes off the heat, we can go right onto the bun. I like to use a grainy mustard, so you can put some mustard down on that bottom bun. Now on goes our caramelized onions that we made. These are going to be just perfect on this thing. Get a nice tomato slice going, get a pickle. Our cheese is melted on our patty, and this is just looking ridiculous. There's so much crunch going on all around this burger. It's extremely crispy. That is going to drop right on top. So let's drop a piece of tomato, a couple of pickles on there. We had some bacon left over for breakfast that I just heated up in the pan. Bacon's going on top, a little bit of arugula, some mayo, and this thing will be done. Our final step is getting a little mayo on our top bun. I've got some fresh arugula here as well. And there it is, the venison smash burger with whiskey caramelized onions. This is going to be one of your new favorite ways to use your ground venison that you have in your freezer. For more information on this recipe, check out the blog post link below. I'm gonna smash into this thing right now. Oh, sweet goodness. Oh, it's everything I wanted my venison to be.